Well, we come to Genesis 19, the story of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, cities of the plain. It is incredible story. I mean, it's incredible and great and very, very disturbing from the beginning. But I, I mean, people think they know what's in the Bible, and then they read the Bible and they're very surprised by what's in the Bible. And what you make of this story, of these stories, is completely up to you. I just think it's incredibly interesting and important to read. In any case, these angels or the Lord or whoever these men are, they move on to talk with Lot, who's living in Sodom as a foreigner, and things begin to happen. I mean, read it yourself, right? In the past, I can say that many students have been disturbed at Lot's behavior. That these angels, these men, show up at Lot's door, and he convinces them to come inside. And then some townspeople, they want to use these men for sex. I mean, there's no doubt about it. That's what it says, And Lot, again, this notion of being the host to guests is an incredibly important part of ancient cultures, and it persists through our day. If somebody is staying with you as a guest, you have certain responsibilities towards them. And boy, this is really taken to the furthest limit by Lot, who, when these townsmen come to take these men, he offers up his daughters instead. Offers up his daughters as substitutes for them to have sex with. And that's what happens, right? And they're saved. It doesn't happen, but Lot is then obviously told that this place is going to be destroyed and you have to get out. And he does get out with his wife and daughters, and then this very sort of complicated way is leaving the city, and then this thing happens with his wife, where they're all told not to look back at what's happening behind them. And apparently, I mean, you can imagine the scene, this incredible scene of fiery destruction of this city is happening behind them. So she looks back to see it. She's turned into a pillar of salt. Man, I mean, and when that happens, you think nothing crazier could possibly happen. I mean, the crazy stuff starts in the beginning when these angels, these men, show up at Lot's door, and then the people of Sodom demand that they be given to them for sexual purposes. And you think there's nothing crazier than that. And then Lot's wife is turned into a pillar of salt. I mean, literally, salt pillar for looking back. And you think that, okay, at this point, nothing crazier could possibly happen. And then we have once Lot and now just his daughters have escaped into the hills, we have the incident between Lot and his daughters where they get him drunk, so they can be impregnated by him. Hey man, this is here. This whole story, and it has this these are the beginnings of a new people through Lot and his daughters. The whole story of Sodom and Gomorrah has been used by people throughout the ages to condemn homosexuality, I guess, is the interpretation of what's going on. I mean, it's something that is almost so crazy and in some ways so utterly disturbing with notions of rape and incest and destruction. It's really a traumatic, I would say, aside from the story of Noah and the flood that wipes out almost all living things on the earth in the Noah story, I would say it's probably the most disturbing and traumatic part of the Bible, except for maybe what comes next. And that deserves a video unto itself. Genesis 22 and the story of Abraham and Isaac.